Coming up on the Pop Warner Super Bowl preview show, the top teams from throughout the nation make their way to Orlando. We unveil the brackets and lay out each team's road to a championship. Plus, a first look at where the action will take place, a venue many legends have graced before. We take you to Camping World Stadium where all the drama will unfold. And we set the stage for a cheer competition so big that 3 days of fun are needed to settle it. You'll flip for Pop Warner's best. Coming at you right now. Welcome to the Pop Warner Super Bowl preview show. I'm Rishi Barron. One of the highlights of this holiday season is about to kick off, the Pop Warner Super Bowl and cheer competition. It's the signature event of the largest youth football, dance, and cheer program in the world, the Pop Warner Little Scholars. The organization, named after legendary coach Glenn Pop Warner, was created in 1929 to provide structure and strong values for children. It's blossomed into an institution taking care of about 325,000 student athletes between the ages of 5 and 16. Pop Warner believes that athletics and academics go hand in hand. All of its competitions embrace the concept of developing the character of young men and women through fun activities in safe environments. Pop Warner himself established many of the fundamentals that made football the sport that it is today. He introduced countless new ideas to the game, including the three-point stance and innovative formations that inspired modern-day offensive sets. Warner captured 4 national titles and at one point was the winningest coach in college football history. But in his mind, Pop's greatest lifetime achievement was improving the lives of the children through the game that he loved. More than 8,000 young athletes from across the U.S. are making their way to Orlando for this year's festivities. 64 teams will compete for championships at Camping World Stadium. And that's where we find Darren Healy. Darren, what should we expect to see there?
Thanks, Rishi. Right now I'm on the sidelines of Camping World Stadium where currently they're putting the finishing touches on this historic venue. But soon it will be filled with the sounds of cheers from the crowd, coaches yelling instructions from the sidelines, and players encouraging each other on the bench. 64 teams from all over the nation have qualified to come here to Orlando in the hopes of claiming a Pop Warner Super Bowl championship right here in this stadium. A stadium that has hosted 4 Pro Bowls, a World Cup match, WrestleMania, and countless college football bowl games, including the Citrus Bowl. We have seen players like Peyton Manning, Matthew Stafford, and Jerry Jeudy all add to their collegiate legends right here on this field. But what young men will grace the turf in this upcoming championship tournament? Well, Rishi, let's go back to you so you can reveal the brackets.
All right, thank you very much, Darren. 9 different national champions will be crowned at the Pop Warner Super Bowl. Indeed, it is time to reveal the brackets for the first time. We'll start with the Junior Pee Wee division. All of these first-round games kick off on Saturday. The Lower Perk Longhorns from the suburbs of Philly taking on the 12-0 West Chase Colts from Tampa. Their fans will have less than a 100-mile drive to support the Colts at Camping World Stadium. The East Orange Junior Jaguars out of New Jersey facing the Capital City Steelers of Raleigh, North Carolina. And the Steelers are known as the Donut Boys because they haven't given up a point in 3 years. Colorado's Highlands Ranch Mountain Lions have multiple teams in this year's Super Bowl. Their Junior Pee Wee opener against Arizona's Far West Snakes, whose head coach Rick Sharp is in his 7th Super Bowl. And California's Fontana Falcons, with their Respect All, Fear None motto, fight it out with Indiana's Portage Indians, who rely on a family atmosphere from top to bottom. All of those teams won regional championships to get here, and so did the powerhouses competing in the Pee Wee draw. Alfonso McCree Jr. is here to give us an in-depth breakdown of that bracket. Alfonso?
Thank you, Rishi. The 9 to 11-year-olds are here to make their mark. Let's take a look at the teams that will compete in this 4-team bracket. First up, we have the Bulldogs of North Raleigh Wake Forest representing the Mid-South region. They're going to be taking on the Souderton Braves team of the East region that's been hit hard in the past with the injury bug, but this year they come in fully healthy. And in our second matchup, we'll have the West Chase Colts out of Tampa, Florida, representing the Southeast region. They'll be fighting hard for their teammate Bruce Hills, who went into the hospital on October 9th for emergency brain surgery and has remained there. We wish him the absolute best. The Colts will be facing the Bray Wildcats out of the West Con region. They'll be making their way to the Super Bowl for only the second time in team history and looking to win their first championship. There you go, Rishi. 4 Pee Wee teams ready to get down to business and win themselves a Super Bowl.
Thanks, Alfonso. That sounds like a great plan. I loved all of the side stories you shared, too. Should be a fun watch. Next up, though, the junior varsity bracket, which has a pair of big-time matchups. The Lake Mary Rams have a short distance to travel, and they're always so good. Those Rams play the Illinois Junior Celtics on December 4th. The Rams won it all in 2019, but only have one player from that team returning. So this is a new experience for just about everyone. The Junior Celtics, in their 3rd year of existence, are playing in their 3rd Super Bowl. How about that? Led by head coach Jovan Green. In the other semifinal, it's the Santa Margarita Eagles out of California going head-to-head with a Southwestern power, the Highlands Ranch Mountain Lions. Santa Margarita prides itself on being an organization where character matters, while the Mountain Lions are riding high on their mantra, "Restore the Roar." Should make for great drama on the field. The Pop Warner Super Bowl is only half the fun this week. There's another great set of athletes that will have fans on their feet in elation. It's the 34th edition of Pop Warner's Cheer and Dance Championships. The competition, packed into 3 days between December 6th and 8th, Show Cheer Level 1 and Core Cheer 1 take place on Monday the 6th. 1 day later, a wide variety of action, Show Cheer 3 and 4 will compete, plus pop performance, theme dance, hip hop, and all Tiny Mite divisions are in the spotlight. And then it's Show Cheer 2 and Sideline Performance Cheer 1 on Wednesday to close things out. The Sunshine State is ready to shine on all the competitors heading to Camping World Stadium. 2 brackets down, 7 more to reveal. Our Pop Warner Super Bowl preview show rolls on.
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is, this is a program in full.
We're going to prepare you for what this industry is, and you're going to hear it from people who've been in the field, in the newsroom, in the control room for the last 20 years.
The stuff that you guys are doing hands-on here, I can't express enough. It will benefit when you are on your own somewhere else.
I'm hearing from people that I worked with years ago who say, I get what you're doing. Where was this before? We're on the cutting edge of doing something no one's ever done before, and the student is the one who benefits.
Camping World Stadium seats 65,000 people, but there's no structure big enough to contain the enthusiasm of every Pop Warner football player taking part in this year's Super Bowl competition. Well, more than 60% of all NFL players started their careers on the Pop Warner level, according to the NFL Players Association. Maybe the next wave will come from our next brackets. We welcome in Michelle Montaigne as we move up to the 10U group. Tell us more about this awesome bracket.
Well, Rishi, this year's teams boast a few of those NFL players. The Titletown Titans look to earn a trip to the title game. They start us off against the East Bay Warriors. Next up, the Abington Raiders take on the Tampa Bay Cardinals. Abington Raider Nation has a few NFL first-rounders you might recognize, including, just Eddie George, Kyle Pitts, and even more. Meanwhile, the Cardinals are looking to add to Tampa Bay's hardware collection. Keeping with the NFL alumni trend, Kenny Stills' Lacoste Canyon Mavericks face off against KC Dynasty. The Mavericks are making their 3rd trip in just 25 years to Orlando to compete. And last but not least, the Portsmouth Bruins will go up against the Mount Hope Cowboys from Rhode Island.
Lots of great action in those games coming up. I know you have another bracket for us too. I want to know more about the 12U's in Division I.
Well, these are made up of some tough 10 to 12-year-olds. The Escondido Wolves make their way across coast for their first ever Pop Warner appearance. They will take on the Port Charlotte Bandits, whose coaches have not only been to Orlando, but have won Super Bowls here before. The Northampton Indians beat out multiple undefeated teams throughout the playoffs to get here. They face Patriots YFL in the first round. The 10-0 Westlake Chaps are back. With names like Sam Ellinger and Drew Brees having played for this 12U team, it's no surprise the Chaps are tough to beat. They'll face off against the Churchland Tigers from Virginia. And finally, the Danbury Trojans take on the Santa Cruz Seahawks. Both teams coming in undefeated on the season. How about that for a first-round matchup?
Thanks for all that great info, Michelle. And hey, we wish all of those players and teams good luck. As for the Division I 14U teams, we bring back in Alfonso McCree Jr. Alfonso, share it with us.
Rishi, the 14 and under group is composed of some of the most experienced players that we'll see in Orlando for this Super Bowl. So let's take a look at the 8 teams in this bracket. First off, we have the Dorchester Eagles representing New England, squaring off against the Richmond Heights Conquerors out of the Mid-America region. The winner will go on to face either the Hartford Hurricanes or the Titans of FOE Nicetown representing Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In the second half of the bracket, we have the Wilmington Eagles with coach Greg Sidbury and their impressive offensive line. They're making their way down from North Carolina, while their opponents, the Vista Panthers, well, they're coming all the way from California, and they're doing it for the first time in 17 years. Lastly, we have the Saddleback Valley Bears going head-to-head with the Pine Hills Trojans, hailing from right here in Orlando, Florida. They hope to ride their home field advantage to a Super Bowl championship. We still have 3 reveals left. We'll show you all the matchups in the Division II brackets when we continue here on the Pop Warner Bracket Reveal Show. Camping World Stadium is the destination. Kids from ages 10 to 14 are waiting to hear who they'll be facing when they arrive here in the City Beautiful.
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is, this is a program in full.
We're going to prepare you for what this industry is, and you're going to hear it from people who've been in the field, in the newsroom, in the control room for the last 20 years.
The stuff that you guys are doing hands-on here, I can't express enough. It will benefit when you are on your own somewhere else.
I'm hearing from people that I worked with years ago who say, I get what you're doing. Where was this before? We're on the cutting edge of doing something no one's ever done before, and the student is the one who benefits.
Can't make it to Orlando to see the football games or cheer competition? Don't worry, you can follow all the action on Flow Sports. Flow Football will be live streaming football games, while Flow Cheer is streaming cheer and dance competitions. For more details, check out popwarnersuperbowl.com. Oh yeah, we're feeling the energy. Don't forget, the Pop Warner Cheer and Dance Championships will take place between December 6th and 8th. Here's a look at the schedule. More than 450 teams will compete for championships at the Orange County Convention Center. Each team gets one shot to perform its 90-second routine with national titles on the line. 64 is the magic number on the gridiron. 64 teams competing in the 64th Pop Warner Super Bowl. Let's bring in KJ Doyle, who has 2 more brackets to unveil for us. KJ?
Thanks, Rishi. Just a handful of reveals remain. I know the fans and families of these teams we're about to mention have been waiting with bated breath to see their potential road to a championship. Without further ado, let's take a look at the Division II brackets. Starting with the 10U side of things, we have the Coastal Cowboys sending all age groups to nationals this year. How about that? Going up against Ryan Merritt's West Haven Seahawks. Merritt, 17 seasons as a Pop Warner coach, the most of anyone in this bracket. The Portage Indians from Indiana taking on the Palm Beach Garden Gators. They have about a 3-hour drive to get here, but just make sure they don't pack any of those Garden Gators along with their luggage. The Schenectady Belmont Patriots have themselves a matchup with the Reno Miners, and wrapping things up down at the bottom here, the Creekside Warriors, traveling over 2,000 miles to be here from San Jose, facing off against the Northampton Indians with head coach Brian Boss and his lucky pink socks. We'll have to get the Creekside Warriors a 4-leaf clover to even out the playing field a little bit. Over on the 12U side, Truckee will go up against the Satellite Beach Seahawks. And Rishi, you're going to want to look at this right here because we have the Seahawks and the Ocean Way Buccaneers. They just faced off in the 12U Southeast Regional Championship at the end of November. If they both win, we'll get to see the Florida versus Florida rematch right here in this round and in Orlando. But the Buccaneers have to make it past the tough Wilmington Eagles first. That is no easy task. The Colorado Springs Vikings and the New England 12U champion Edgewood Eagles will battle it out. And finally, closing things out and in contention for the wackiest name in this tournament, the Downingtown Young Whippets going up against the Munster Colts. Rishi, keep in mind that in Pop Warner Division II, across all these age groups, there have been at least 2 champions from the state of Florida in 8 of the past 9 competitions. So watch out for those Florida teams that I mentioned earlier.
Thanks, KJ. We'll keep our eyes open for them and those lucky pink socks. Well, the 14Us in Division II have had the longest to wait, but their wait is now over. Let's reveal that bracket right this second. Connecticut's Windsor Junior Warriors and Virginia's Churchland Tigers square off in a battle of teams making their first appearance at Nationals. Windsor's under-14 program is brand new, while Churchland is riding high on its I Believe motto set by head coach Ronnie Smith. More powers from the East join them in this bracket as Charlotte's Derrida Warriors match wits with Pennsylvania's Northampton Indians, who boast Arizona Cardinals starting offensive lineman Justin Pugh as an alum. Carlsbad's Battling Lancers, who live near Legoland, California, won't be too far from Legoland, Florida, when they take the field against the Fort Pierce Firehawks. The Firehawks got a huge donation from Chicago Bears star linebacker Khalil Mack this year to upgrade their playing field. Speaking of Illinois, that's where the Addison Cowboys hail from. They'll try to earn their star against Nevada's Reno Miners, celebrating their 60th anniversary season. And there you have it. 64 teams, 9 classifications, 9 champions to be crowned. Football to get pumped up about, cheer and dance to cheer about. We can't wait to see the memories made by these amazing young women and men. Good luck to every single one of them. I'm Rishi Barron. Thank you for watching the Pop Warner Super Bowl Preview Show.